Hi guys. Guys, tell me which lighting better. This one we may have now. This. Yes guys, so I wanted to talk about the H-2B process, like as it relates to, you know, the steps the employer has to complete. And all right, may I turn on the music? Turn it off. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the program process and, you know, the process on the employer's end, you know, what they have to do, some steps they have to complete. So you guys can also put in your questions as well, because it's a Q&A. So I will be answering any questions you guys might have, no matter how silly the question might be. So everything that you would want to know, you can go ahead and ask. So as you guys are aware, we're in the middle of January now. So employers would have filed their petition January 1st to 3rd. So there was a filing window of January 1st to 3rd, and they would have filed their petition. So the Vontae asks, is the interview going to be face-to-face or online? So the interview will do, Ranisia. So the interview, no, the Vontae, it would be because we're eligible for the interview waiver. It was extended up until December 31st, 2023. So so with that said, you would send in your passport. So you'd send in your passport, and then, you know, the visa would be stamped in your book. So there's no face-to-face interview at the embassy. Okay, so as I was saying, there's a filing window January 1st to 3rd, where employers would file their petition. So even though we were applying you know, earlier, even though we were applying from last year, you know, like from November, December, early in December, even though we were applying, the employers, we would not know if those employers, you know, would be placed in a good category or if they would be able to hire out of country. So it's when they filed their petition and they were grouped, as you guys are aware of the randomization list. So that's when, you know, we know which employer is most would most likely get their petition approved. So the randomization list came out January 9th, and it had the employers grouped in A, B, and category and so on. So I recommend persons to apply to the employers in the A and B category. Reason being, there's 33,000 visas that's allocated for the summer. So what happened is that when the employers, they're grouped, and there were over 100,000 employers, are over 100,000 visas that were requested. So because it's a small amount that's been given for each season, then when you look at the amount of employers who filed, that's just in the A category alone, at the time it was over 34,000 visas that those employers requested. So then we would know for sure that, okay, most of the employers who will be getting out of country petition would be those in the A and B category possibly. So at this time, what you can expect from employers is that some of them will be letting you guys know that they are recruiting first their US workers, because that's the process. Yes guys, please ensure you click the like button and ensure you're subscribed as well. So yes, so the employers are now recruiting their US workers. They have to do that for a period of time, so that because that's the process they have to go through. Okay, so how long does it take for embassies to stamp the visa in my book after it was delivered to them? So Devante, it all depends. Okay, so for some persons, I can tell you, last year some persons, they got back their book after sending it in a matter of days. So maybe like I don't even know what to say the minimum time frame is, but I would put it at 5 days, 5 business days. But person sent their book in, and within a week it was approved, and you know the book was sent back. Well, for some persons, because for me it took I think 2 weeks, or a little bit over 2 weeks it took for me. So it definitely all depends on, you know, when they get it and how fast they are moving. So every case can be different. What does the status accepted pending recruitment means? So that means that they have been accepted, and once they have been accepted, then you would see them posted on the Department of Labor website. So it's a process. So they have to first you would first see that they're in process when you check on case status search for the status, and you know you can also see the type of job they're recruiting for. So you would see in process first, and then when you see accepted pending recruitment, that means they were accepted and now it's pending their recruitment for their US workers. So that's what it means. Okay, Rajay Martin. Okay, please to share the live, guys. Share the live so that other persons can join us and be informed as well. Okay, so Khadijah said, what happens after pending recruitment? So based on what I know, based on my knowledge, after it has pending recruitment, after that, then the next step is full certification. You don't quote me on that, but that's based on my experience and based on what I've seen. That's what comes next. I've never seen anything else in the status, but that do take a while, because when it says full certification, then that would mean that the employer has gotten their petition approved. But it will take a while, because we know it's a lengthy process. They have to file a job order, they have to file the prevailing wage determination, and all of that. Also, they, you know, as I stated before, they have to recruit their US workers. So it's a long process that they have to do before they can file the petition itself to get the US workers. So once they prove that there is no US workers that are, you know, there and able to do the job, or no one's not, you know, they're not getting any persons when they try to recruit them, then once they prove that, then they apply for their petition to get the non-immigrant workers. That's the I-129 form. How long does it take to get back your passport after visa was issued? So as I stated before, it really depends on when, because say you're processing through an agency, it really depends on when they get your book, because you can be processing through an agency. For example, I'm going to use J&H Recruitment Agency. So you sent your you may get the employer by yourself, but you want to process through them, so you go to them for them to do your visa application. So say they get your book Wednesday, it does not necessarily mean that that same day they will send your book to the embassy, right? So it all depends on when the embassy received the book, and being that you are not the one doing it by yourself, then all the contact or all the updates from the embassy would be through that agency. So I would say the minimum time frame can be a week, and the maximum maybe 3 weeks or more. It just depends on the case by case basis. How the employer interview their prospective employees, online or face to face. So the Vante, it would not be face to face. Reason being, we're in Jamaica and we're seeking employment overseas. So what will happen is that the employer will do the interview virtually. You know, some of them do it via WhatsApp, some of them do video interview, while some of them just do voice, right? So some of them they don't have to see your face, while some of them do, they do like the Zoom or Google Meet, while some of them will just call you on your cell, some of them will call you on WhatsApp voice call, or they can do WhatsApp video call. So it all depends on the medium. Sometimes they ask you to choose. What to do after you accepted? No, hold on. So Kadeen asks, if you get multiple offer, how do you choose? So if you have multiple job offers, you want to take into consideration some the state in which the offers are, the pay, and also the housing cost, right? So it depends on if you want to go to a really cold area, or if you just want somewhere that it's like subtropical, like Florida or South Carolina. So it really depends on what you are willing to accept, right? You also have to take in mind the housing, because you don't want to take a job that's $14 an hour, but the housing is $200 per week. That's kind of steep. So, and you also have to, if you have two offers, say you have one that's $13 and one that's $18, but the housing for one is 100 while the other might be 200. If you do the calculation of those offers and calculate the difference, then you can find what works better for you. So you have to do your research on the places as well. If the environment is nice, maybe some persons would like to work close to the city areas, while some persons would rather stay in the bushy areas so that they can save money. I know Kadisha is one of the persons who want to she's like the hot girl type, so she would want to go in the areas where there's no city, that she's not seeing any buildings and it's only wilderness. So if you are not a person like Kadisha, that you know how to manage your money and all of that, then you can go into a city area. Maybe you would like it, you know, maybe you want to explore the place and see what, you know, what you want to do, or any of that. So it all depends on the state, as I stated before. So once you do your research, also you want to ensure you're going somewhere where you can maximize on your hours, right? So if you have an offer where they're offering overtime, or they're offering that you could they have multiple positions in that establishment where you can take on a different job, or where you can get some extra hours, as opposed to one where it's only limited hours and they're only offering you 35 hours per week, then you would want to say, okay, you know, you want to go somewhere where you can maximize on the amount of money that you are making. So after you've accepted an offer, you can accept as many offers as you wish, guys, because remember, everything is dependent on that employer getting their petition approved. So it doesn't matter how many offers you accept, but as long as an employer is moving forward with your visa processing, you should decline all the other offers so that they don't go ahead and submit your information. So just bear that in mind. So someone asks, hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm reading from the comments from this phone. Can persons still be denied the visa even though the employers are sponsoring? Well, I've never heard of anyone who have been denied a H-2B visa, but it's all up to the embassy. So it really depends on your case. You know, maybe you have a criminal record, maybe that can hinder it. If you're doing your visa process on your own, what kind of documents would you need? So I did a video on this, but I will still go ahead and repeat. So for doing your visa process on your own, you would need documents like the petition form. That's the most important document you will need. Reason being, that's what the embassy used to grant you the visa. Because so you would need the petition form, the approved petition form. You would need the DS confirmation page from your visa application that you'd complete online. You would need a passport size picture. You would need your passport, and you would need the courier page of the visa. So the instructions will be on the embassy's website, what you would need and all of that, but you would need those documents, and you would put them in an envelope and drop them off at the embassy's drop box. Are there any caregiver or nursing jobs? TC, it all depends on what the jobs you see. Using the randomization list, you can copy the case number and put it in case status search, and that will show you the type of job that the specific employer is recruiting for. So there's a lot of jobs in the H-2B category, so you can definitely view the jobs on the Department of Labor website, and if you see any of those jobs, then you can go ahead and apply. Thank you, Percival Rose. The petition starts on April 1st, but are persons able to fly over from late March? So I think for the visa, it shows on the, let me check on something. I think it shows, I think somewhere on the website, it shows that you can be in the country days prior. I'm not sure of the specific days or the time that you can be in the US, but bear in mind, an employer doesn't want you to really come in the States unless, like, it's a case where, okay, April 1st they're really opening and they will have you start that time, because you don't want to, hi Vanessa, because you don't want to just You don't want to get to the States and they're not ready for you to start working, because there, you remember, housing is, you would have to, housing is every week. So unless you have the money really to pay for housing, because even though you're not working, remember that, you know, you would be there and occupying the space. So you don't really want to go and they are not ready for you to start working, because it really doesn't make any sense, if you get what I mean. But that all depends on the employer. It all depends on if they want to go ahead and have you come earlier, maybe to like to clean up the apartment or whatever the case may be. Let's say the start date is April 1st. When would you depart from the island? So some employers do get their approval, but some, they have to get the printout of the petition in hand so that they can send it to maybe you or the agency doing your visa process, so that you can do your visa process. So if the employer, some of them, they don't get their petition until maybe like early March. Some get it earlier, some get it later. But it all depends on when your visa is approved. For some persons it takes longer than some, as I was stating earlier. So say your visa, it was approved and you got your passport maybe like March 31st, or say, yeah, March 31st or March 28th, right? You let your employer know and they would prepare to book your flight, right? So it may not be exactly April 1st. April 1st is the start date, but for most employers, they'd have you come up in the first week of April. Is it advisable to do an extension on your first time? Well, yes, it's all up to you. If you want to do an extension, then fine, because I mean, also, it's if you don't have any kids, or if you don't have anything hindering you from coming back, you have 3 years that you can stay in the US on an H-2B visa. So if you want to maximize on the amount of money you make before you come home, you can definitely do an extension. So you'd start looking your extension jobs, not when, as not like, say your contract ends October, you don't want to wait until the starting of October to start looking extension. You can start looking that from 3 months, sorry, prior to your the ending of your contract. As a first-timer H-2B visa holder, can I work multiple jobs overseas? Upon speaking with an employer, it doesn't specifically state it on the website, but upon speaking with a particular employer, they advise that no, they advise that it's actually illegal. Some employers will, like, if they have some extra stuff for you to do in their establishment, they will allow you to go ahead and do so. But the employer told me it's not advised, they wouldn't advise it, and she stated that it was illegal. I didn't really see anything on the website to say, okay, you should not do a second job, but it's not advisable, so you don't want to go ahead and do so. Okay, you don't want anything to hinder your chance coming back. So a second job is not advised. That's why when choosing your offers, you want to go somewhere where you can maximize on the hours, you know, somewhere that's busy, somewhere somewhere that you can maximize on your hours, like they really want persons and all of that, because V-La-Nessa can tell you guys. So, and guys, I want you also to go over to V-La-Nessa's channel. She also share information about H-2B and the J1 work and travel program as well. So I know I shared it to some persons previously, so you guys can check her out. She has a lot of information. She even has videos, you know, on how to pack for how to pack you know, when you're going on the program. And she have some good J1 work and travel video that actually relates to us H-2B persons, because you don't really find no one doing videos about H-2B and all of that and keeping anyone informed. So you guys can check her out. She has some really good content. I will try to put the link to the channel somewhere. I don't know, but I asking on behalf of someone, how long before the start date the employers normally have you flying? Can be at most at 2 weeks before the petition date. I think so, because I think the time when I saw it on the website, I think so, yes, but don't quote me on that though. I think nursing is a different visa. Yes, Shonali, nursing would be a different visa. So nursing, I don't remember. I think it's H1, H1B. I think, I'm not sure. I think it's, can I travel within the United States for entertainment purpose after work as an H-2B visa holder? So, Devante, so yes, not everyone gets a grace period, but normally when you get back your passport, you would see it states that they allow you a grace period. Most persons get 10 days. So I got 10 days. So, but you don't want to use all of the 10 days. So persons do get a grace period, or what you can do is you can like, see, your contract ends the 31st. Some employers don't let you work up until that time, like the very last day. Sometimes they let you work up until the 25th or so. It depends on the employer, but you can use that time to do all of your excursions and all of that. Or if you can take your 2 days off from work and you can travel in between. You can travel while in the middle of your contract, or anywhere in your contract. You can definitely travel to different states within the US. So Sharida, I hope I answered your question before, because someone asked that question. What if I have someone to stay within the state that I would be working in? Will it be okay to decline housing? Yes, it is okay to decline housing. Remember, housing is optional for persons.
If they're close to the place.
If they're close to, well, someone a prior visa, H-2B visa holder. He said, my spouse says, said that it's what?
You have to be close to the place.
You have to be close to the company, the organization. So Devante, as long as the housing is close by where you're going to work, I guess that's okay. But verify with your employer though.
Yeah.
Do you have to do an overseas police record before you leave? Not really. David Brown, V-La-Nessa, if you watch V-La-Nessa video, she stated that she did one, but it wasn't required by the for the offer that she indeed took. And for me, I didn't have to do a police record. For my spouse, he did a medical. That's as far as they did, right? A medical. They didn't require any police record. I really hear of that, but just in case the agency you're going through or the employer needs it, then you would get it done. Or if you want to go ahead and do it, if you want to do it just in case, just to have it, you can. Yes, big up Miss Vanessa, of course, guys, because it's only the two of us that I'm seeing really sharing and the information as it relates to H-2B. So please go and check out her channel. It's V-La-Nessa. She can maybe tag it in the comments. Are there any travel restrictions on H-2B visa holder? No. But guys, bear in mind that even though you get an approved visa from the embassy, you getting into the United States is solely dependent on CBP. Yes, customs and immigration. So it's all dependent on it really depends on them. So if they have proof, or they have reason to believe that you are coming into the United States to do anything illegal, then they have the right to turn you back and send you back at your yard. Okay? And also ensure, what did I go say? I forgot. I don't remember what I was going to say. Yes, they have the right to search your phones, guys. Okay, they reserve the right to search your phone. So bear that in mind. How much money should you have for the process in terms of visa fee and medical? So the visa fee is 190 US dollars, but for depending on the exchange rate, it may range to up to 30 or 1,000 or more. So you want to have that. You want to ensure that you have maybe a housing deposit if your employer requests it. Okay. You also want to ensure you have minimum of maybe $150 depending on the state you are going, you know, to supply you until you get paid, or more. It just depends. I went up with $100 and something, and I'm telling you, I didn't use any of my money. Maybe like $50 I used, because the employer, they bought us groceries and then they took it out of our pay on a in small portions. But it just really depends. Yes, so you want to have enough to supply you, because you know you have to wait until you get paid, and then when you get your first pay, it might not be much depending on how the pay period is set up. Okay, welcome Shamar. Do you suggest getting a second job? No, guys, it's illegal. You just want to ensure that you have you're getting overtime, and even if not, remember, it's not like it's J1 where it's just 4 months or 3 months. It's 6 months and beyond, and a lot of the contracts or the job orders or the start date and end dates that I'm seeing on the Department of Labor website, it has like from April to December, for some from April to November, April to October. So it's really like 6 months and beyond that I see most of the jobs for. So just maximize on the hours that you can get and verify with your employer, you know, let them know that if there is anything that they need done, you know, you are willing to do so. So let them know that you're flexible. Can I resign from my first H-2B job after 3 months and work on another job? I wouldn't say to do so. I wouldn't advise that. Why would you want to resign from your job 3 months and then work at another? Remember, you would have to get a transfer, and that employer that you would be transferring to, they would have to file a petition for you. Okay, and the transfer, it costs a lot of money. So not a lot of employers don't really you're not gonna find a lot of employers willing to do a transfer, okay, because it's costly. I wouldn't advise that as well, because even if you do find something, like your employer is, I don't know, like there's something with your employer, like you don't like them or they're not treating you fairly, you can report them. You can call the H-2B hotline, because when you get your passport, you will get a blue book saying your know your H-2B rights. So it will tell you all the rights you have as an H-2B worker. But guys, if it's something that you can work out with your employer, like something that you don't like at first, and you see where you can work with it, you can work with it, because in most cases, if you make a report or if you're being ill-treated, it's home you would be going, unless you find someone where you can transfer within a certain time frame, right? So in most cases, you will be sent home, and you don't really want that, because then it would be kind of sticky. So V-La-Nessa said you don't pay to transfer. I know we don't pay to transfer to an employer, but it's costly on the employer's end. That's what an employer told me. So it's costly on their end, because they have to file some form of, I don't know what it is, but they have to file something. So yeah, but you can, it's doable, because I know of a young lady who did it. She did a transfer, but she told me, she sent me the form that the guy had to pay for and all of that, and it really cost a lot of money. Does most employers reimburse the visa application money, or the employer pay for it? So if you are required to pay that money upfront, then it's reimbursed to you. That is your right. You're right. You have the right to get that money back from the employer. Okay. So if you pay your visa fee, then once within the first week of employment, you should be reimbursed that money for the visa fee that you paid, because it's the employee's responsibility to pay your visa fee and the plane fare, all border crossing fees. Yes. with H-2B, do you have an option to visit any other state? Yes, you can. So if you did here 1 month and you want to go and look for your goat, your grandmother and her dog, you can book a flight and go look for your grandmother and the dog.
Employer agrees though.
Well, if the employer agrees, which they don't normally, because you have your 2 days off. Where you want to go is not the employer's business. As long as you're back in and ready for the people them job, you it's fine. How much money do you recommend that we take when leaving the country? I would say minimum $150. But guys, it really depends on what you have, because not everyone have it. May I tell you, I went with $100 and something, and it served me for a long while. I'm telling you. No, that move. Going through the list and realize a lot of the company that falls. You see B still in process. Should I still apply? Yes, you can still apply to those accounting class. You can still apply to those, but finish the A category before you move to B, okay? Because in A they are more likely to get the outer country petition than B. Who pays for the plane tickets? The employer does that, the Vanti. How long does it normally take an employer to get full certification? Well, I don't know for sure how long it takes, but some employers, depending on how fast they provide the documents the government is requesting and all of that, because it's a lengthy process, then but they have to file a job order and all of that. So it all depends. It some of them, like by late February, some of them already get the printout of the petition in hand. I think so, but I don't know for sure the time frame to tell you a specific time frame, but just know that some of them, you know, have them stuff sorted out and they're, you know. How long after the agency receive petition do they normally give an embassy date? This is for persons with denial, David Brown, because remember there's an interview waiver now. And even if you have a denial, you can still send in your book, and there is a possibility that they might not request you to come in for an interview, right? So to answer this question, if an agency like send in your book and the embassy do send it back with a pink paper saying that you need to schedule an interview date, then you just go ahead and schedule the date, or the embassy would schedule the date. But remember, we're working with faith, right, for even persons with denial. And remember, even persons without denial, it depends on a case-by-case basis, because embassy might call you in for an interview. I don't know why, but it just really depends on your situation or your case. What are the taxes drawn from the pay? How early we get pay in our account? Wow, what a heap sinting. Payslip. Look, you have somebody a payslip or something. This?
No. Next one. Did I write it?
This?
Yeah. Not showing.
So some of the taxes. Where they? No, I didn't. Oh, no, no, no. So Social Security, Medicare, federal income tax, MA income tax, MA PML, MAF, I don't know that. But it depends on the state, I guess. Okay? Mighty God. Where do you keep your money? Did you open a US bank account? Yes, cause you see, when you get to the States, guys, some of the things you can expect is you can expect the first day to maybe be orientation, and then your you would set an appointment to get your social security done, and you will get time to open a bank account. So those are one of the first things that you would do, and then that's where you get your pay. If it's a case where you don't open the bank account in time, because maybe like you reach and you just started work, you start work same time, then the employer may pay you via a pay card, a Visa pay card. That's what my employer did. Or they can give you a check. Yes, some will give you a check. Is housing paid monthly or weekly? It is calculated on a weekly basis. So housing is on a weekly basis, but they may deduct it from your paycheck. Maybe like it depends on when you get paid. So if you're paid weekly, they'll take the housing weekly. Some of them don't deduct it from your pay. Some of them let you pay it yourself. So it depends. So if you're paid weekly, then it would be weekly. If you're paid bi-weekly, they will deduct it bi-weekly from your pay. Or maybe if it's monthly, some request you to pay it monthly, then you pay it monthly. If I already have an SSN, should I take it with me? Yes, Khadijah, you know this. Because it's actually easier for you if you have a US bank account and an SSN. So when everybody gone open US bank account and SSN, then you are going to do all the work and make money while them are waste time at open bank account. Just kidding. What was your experience was like with your roommates? Any tips on how to collaborate with them? Good, meaning there were any rules set by roommates to be followed? I set rules. So my roommates, they were very awesome. I learned one thing you guys would need to do though. I don't know if anyone else went with them, it would be a problem, but I learned how to coexist with people, and I learned how to live with different people. So if you adjust yourself into different situations that you go in, then there should not be any problems. I know persons can be difficult, but as long as you just do your own thing, or but my roommates, they were nice. We went places together. There was a point where we bought groceries together, and it was a 3-bedroom, and we all had our own rooms at the time. So, until the Dominican girl she moved in and she was living with the young lady that had the master bedroom. So they were great. Any tips on living with people? Just learn how to adjust and learn how to be a team player. We would all I would cook most of the times. They would cook as well. We would share the duties in the house. We would we ensure the plates are washed, the place is clean. It was they were great. So there wasn't any problem living with them. Everything was okay. They were really nice people, and we learned to get along. We don't always agree on everything, but we learn to get along, and we always look out for each other. So yes. Suggested bank and phone company. Oh, if you want to get a SIM, a US SIM card, Renesia. So for the bank, I would suggest Bank of America. In one of V-La-Nessa J1 videos, she also recommended Bank of America. So I guess me and Vanessa are on the same page as it relates to that. So yes, I would recommend Bank of America. It's really convenient and it's easy. And I think you can even open an account online. You can even open an account without SSN, right? Yes, for me, we could do it. Your state too strict. It depends on the state. So yeah. So I would recommend Bank of America. It's really popular. Like everywhere you go, you see one Bank of America there, so one there, so one there, so one there. So it's really convenient for you, and it's easy. Phone company, the cheapest, I would say. Just go and try to find the cheapest one, because AT&T. AT&T. Well, I would say
Verizon.
Not Verizon, no. I don't know, guys. I didn't get a US SIM card because me never bother with the extra money, to be honest. But I did really need it because we were stranded when we went to the malls and stuff, and we go in a store and tell them so we want to apply for job just to get Wi-Fi and all of that.
AT&T have better plans available than Verizon.
Well, the employer pay your airfare. Yes, they, as long as you stay to your full contract, they are responsible for your airfare coming back home as well. Can I borrow money from you, Taja, to go? Shamar, make me lick you with the 2x4.
Depends on pay interest though.
If me have it.
Make enough to pay interest.
You understand? Because when me forget it from.
Make enough to pay interest.
Shamar, not easy, you know. May I try look the question them and I be laughing emoji, may I see. What to expect when you arrive in the United States airport? Will the employer be outside waiting for my arrival, like my happy family, or will I have to find my way? Yeah, they, not the employer, but they will send like a driver or so. Guys, for me, I did have one little banger phone. One mic, one calculator I did have, because I never found that. So I had a calculator, guys, and my employer, I told her that see, V-La-Nessa said TD Bank is the best. BOA was worst for her. They charge a monthly fee. I have both and had others. TD is her favorite. What is TD, Vanessa?
Yeah, that about TD Bank. Yeah, right.
Okay, well, that's, guys, TD Bank, I guess it's the account, the type of account you open at Bank of America. For the check-ins account, they charge you.
No, I see.
As long as you're not over 25, they don't charge the monthly fee. For the young peoples. Vanessa, I not say old. But what did I say? What did I say before? Oh, if the employer will be waiting for you. So, Devante, I had a calculator working with, right? I couldn't even video anything while I was going. You know, everybody want video their experience. I couldn't video anything. It was so blurry. It would look like you just see the big boxes in the camera screen. But anyways, my phone died and my charger was in my checked luggage. So I told my employer that my phone is gonna die, and I sent her my picture and sent the guy the driver to, so that he can know that when I'm there. Arrived in Michigan, and at baggage claim I still didn't see anyone, but the guy had my name spelled wrong because they had up a big card with say Taja. That's not my name, but I just stand there and the guy looked at the picture and was looking at me, and so I said, yes, it's me, Taja Lee, but you have the name spelled wrong. So employers will have someone there to meet you. They're not gonna just let you come and find the place. How are you gonna find the place?
We have a best time because for the person come pick up we carry all board.
Yeah, my employer never carry me gun away. Hungry did kill me. White skull full up the jaw corner. Taxes vary based on state. Some state you don't pay some of the state tax. Yes, that is true. Will we start working the day after arrival? Some employers will let you start the day after, while for some they use that to get, you know, orientation, tell you about everything, meet and greet the employers and all of that. Shamar. And their discretion.
Yeah, because and their discretion, because they did ask me if you want a day first, I would take a day first.
Oh. What are some of the best ways to send money back home? I sent it through Western Union to my Visa card, and it would go straight into my account. But there's a lot of mediums: Remitly, MoneyGram, Western Union. But you don't have to worry about that right now. You know. Can you file for taxes? Khadisha, you know this. Khadisha, where is the 2x4? Somebody said Bank of America coming like Dollar Tree. I don't know. I don't know. Some suggested to get a credit card to build credit and use it pay your phone bill monthly and auto pay. I don't know about that, you know, because I don't want to hear nothing about credit card, none of them things I don't want to hear about. Because, guys, remember, you don't really want to take up not much stuff for yourself. Remember, say, okay, Remember some like me when it have a microwave I use a phone. No, the calculator, sorry. It, yeah. I had my phone and it never really proper. And you know when you reach, you know, so you go just go buy a phone as I get your first pay. But you might want to, you know, buy a phone, you know, want to save up enough money. Remember that you're paying housing. You might need to send money back home. Maybe you borrow some money to come up and do your visa and all of that, and you might need to send money back home and stuff. So you don't really want to take up some unnecessary stuff right now. You understand? Wait until a couple months after you've seen what you're making, because remember, we're not sure. They might tell us 40 hours, you know, and when we go there, they might not give you 40 hours, you know. So it really depends. So don't take up any unnecessary something on yourself, okay? V-La-Nessa can tell you, no, because she's all about making money. May I try go faster? I used T-Mobile, bought the SIM for 10 and the monthly fee was 26. Thank you for that, Moisha. How long after arriving the US do we start working? Yannick, it depends. You maybe the next day or 2 days after. That's why I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't want anyone to go up like earlier than you need to be, because you go up early and then you're not working and you have to be spending money, because remember you still have to eat food, you know, and all of that. But, so you don't want to really.
You don't necessarily they can't just go up early, so because I know they're not gonna pay for your flight today.
Yeah, and the employer, especially because it's the employer booking the flight.
And if they even try to book the flight and go over earlier, them and customer have problem.
No, they're not gonna have no problem. They allow you a certain amount of days for go up. You understand? Cause it's legal with them allow. I think at 21 days, you know. I think at 21 days they allow you to be in the States before your job contract will start, for the start date. So yeah, it's legal, but I wouldn't recommend it, because 21 days in the US and I just might your last look of money you have. You don't really want to go, and then you're always $150 a week, or you're gonna manage to bear pay that a week.
Remember, say a customer they will ask you how much money you have, you know, at the point.
Well, it depends, cause all of them ask.
You can support yourself for the 21 days where you have to work for.
They don't have to. They don't have to ask that, but a lot of persons do. It's illegal.
Illegal, but they have ways where they stop it because of that.
I never hear of that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have a certain amount of funds, you know, for sure you can support yourself.
No, members, you know. I'm not visiting visa. Alright,
make 21 days you not go work for. You understand?
I'm not sending no money to my. Where's the questions? So yes guys, so it all depends. I wouldn't recommend anyone going earlier, that unless you have up the amount of money. My friend went with Yomi and had to get a bank statement signed and dated the week before she left, showing that she had the money to take care of herself. See there, where did I say true for true? So you see guys, you know, make no sense go take up that by yourself.
No, because
you understand?
In a line if you can't find the ways and means to
support yourself,
you can't go.
Yeah, you know make no sense, guys.
If you try to say I go for vacation, you have to have a certain amount of money to say go on a vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know make no sense to you.
$200. No, that's a vacation. If you go on a vacation with $200, how much days that can serve if you get?
Yeah, $200. If you go up all 2 weeks before the time, you know make no sense to you.
So that they use for sure. Say, alright, this a person might have a family member when you want to go whatever. To understand?
Yeah. Shamar say, can we do TikTok at our jobs?
Anything you can do.
Me honestly, me make TikTok. Me say make TikTok. Well, remember, you know, everybody experience not gonna be the same. No, not everybody. Not everybody. Me use my phone because then cause me are the boss and the G. A joke.
Yeah, you did available for use your phone 24/7 as long as you not obstruct work.
Yeah, but they always a complain about the American and for them phone. But true, may I use my phone? More to say, more to don't ask them that. Just.
No, but you don't have to ask though. Let them tell, because them they tell.
Shamar, please do it TikTok out of your uniform. You hear that, Shamar? If she didn't have it, she couldn't have gone. That's the girl where never have the money for the bank statement for sure say. Guys, nobody worry if you go from March here. If the start date of April 1st, it best you go late. Cause when me got into the US, it was the 21st of April me travel. Because I don't know, my employer them never get the visa that the petition itself, them never get it in time.
I remember my one to April 1st and see that 11.
And for my spouse, April 11, him go up. And film employer buy them groceries and so. The film employer nice. And every employer nice too. Not even. I'm going to try all the fast foods. Shireen, you want to come big like a cow? You want to come back home big like a cow? I only look on her phone, let me sit back. The Big Mac is literally 2 burger meat and a small burger bread. True.
Tastes good though.
No, which part me did there? No, when me did there, then could cook. Oh God. Me used to cook and can't give my boss. So guys, as I was saying about the petition process, so the employers know they are in the process of recruiting their US workers. So the responses you might get from some of them is that you know, they have to recruit their US workers first. So this is your application for Social Security. That's how it looks. Anyways, sorry. So as I was saying, the employers wanna follow V-La-Nessa on TikTok, she says, since you know like TikTok. So guys, oh God, me forgot what I say. Yes, so the employers may say to you that okay, they are recruiting their US workers first. Well, some are researching, right? Also guys, I will be doing like more videos, you know, explaining. I will do a what to pack video. Everyone is asking for that. I will be providing a lot more information leading up to the time, you know, and also want to let persons know that a lot of persons are getting job offers, a lot of persons are getting interviews. Okay, even next week persons can look to be getting a lot of interviews, persons can look to be getting a lot of job offers. So things are happening guys. So for persons who might feel like giving up or anything like that, just remember that it's definitely a process. I know it seems hard at times, but don't give up. Okay, if I can do it and if other persons can do it, you can do it too. Okay, so employers are responding. So ensure that your resume is speaking for you. Ensure you have a good resume. Ensure that when you do get an interview, look how hard it is to get an interview. So when you do get an interview, ensure that you sell yourself. Ensure that you ensure that you know, the employer wants to hire you. Ensure that you represent yourself well. You research about the job, you know, because no employer is just gonna say, okay, well, an employer did that with me. They just say, okay, let me talk to you guys now. But they would give you enough time to prepare, right? So ensure that you look up about the company and all of that, and ensure that you mash up your interview. No, me have it. And also guys, bear in mind that you will call some employers and they would literally like hang the phone upon you. Some persons have been getting those, like the employers are overwhelmed. There's a lot of applications coming in. Okay, a lot of persons have been applying and are applying for H-2B jobs. It's not like one time. It's not like a couple of years ago when the goat and the dog kept it to themselves and didn't tell anyone about, you know, what's going on about the H-2B program. Guys, be real. No one you couldn't find. I remember, I don't even know if I should say this, but I had one family member I know went on program. I think it's because they get it through a link. Like everyone keep thinking it's a link. So what happened is that they don't I think they just don't understand the process themselves. So they don't understand enough for them to tell you or to share it with you. Cause everyone think it's a link. Because a lot of persons always come to me and ask me, can I get the link? It's not like it's a link where you just put in your name, your telephone number, your address, your date of birth, or whatever the case might be, or where you work last, or where you're working now, and you just submit and boom, somebody call you. Hello, I want to offer your job. Hello, Mr. Goat, I want to offer you the housekeeping position. Here is the petition. Send me an email, let us send it to you, and you just go to embassy and do your interview or whatever. It's not that, guys. It's not that. It's a lot of work. You have to put in a lot of work, especially if you're not going through an agency. It's a lot of things, and the more you know about the H-2B program, the better it is for you, because you understand, say, okay, you know, so they are not just so it's not like you sending an email now. That employer has to go through the process. Remember, the start date is April 1st, you know. What we are doing now is to just prepare ourselves and apply from now before the cap reach, because we don't want to get left behind like persons while wait till we are run away to apply. So we are applying from now because we are being smarter. So we are applying from now so that our chances of landing a job is better. Okay, so it's not just one link to apply and that is it, guys. It's not that. It's a lot of things, but you can get a job. A lot of persons have been doing it. A lot of persons last year did it and get their job. I don't know what it. Oh. Oh. So, how much did you spend per month on groceries? Rough estimate. So every 2 weeks I would spend like 70 something. So I would say monthly $200 maybe. Yeah, because it reached up to a point where I was working like every day. I was working 7 days a week, and I would just cook like 2 times for the week or so, and that food, I remember food served me like for the whole week and stuff. So it really depends. Monchalina said all 400 she spent. Guys, I think it depends on the state where you go and if you are allowed to cook and stuff. Like if you get an apartment where you can cook, because that is the next thing too. That will help you to save. You understand? Guys, eggs raised in America, so on a layer for Shamara, please exit the live because I don't have any too before to slap you right now. One question. What's the best bank to use? Well, V-La-Nessa said TD Bank. I would suggest Bank of America. That's just my choice. Yeah. Yes, guys, some things at Walmart is really expensive, but I tell you, my employer is so nice because my housekeeping manager, she put me on her BJ's membership. She put me on her BJ membership card. You know, BJ's and Costco's and Sam's Club. Yes, so she put me on her BJ's membership card, and that's how I shop to Pack for Barrel. I'm telling you.
Stop and shop and tell
And Stop and Shop, you can, well, his employer, are your employer giving? His employer gave him a card where he get discount for Stop and Shop. So you see, when you see guys, I'm come prepared for telling you everything. Look at this, Stop and Shop. What else you have? What else you have? Oh, let me find my DJ card and show them.
Every restaurant.
You're going like a you alone have card for sure. Hold on, let me draw up mine. Guys, this is it. BJ's. Yes. And this is the employer give him a restaurant card when he can get discounts. So guys, yes, my employer, she put me on her membership and I didn't have to pay anything, and I can go to BJ's and shop anytime I want to. And guys, you know, like you would have, what the place name at Kingston? A big old supermarket. No. Guys, you know the big wholesale supermarket, that is what like BJ's or Sam's Club or Costco is. Like you get you can go buy your meats like a meat market or Walmart or whatever. But yes, like Price Mart, Kalia. So my this BJ, you can get a lot of things cheap in there. You understand? So you can shop for the whole month and spend a little bit of money and you don't have to go back. Okay? Do you get tips as a housekeeper? For my spouse, where he was at, he got a lot of tips. For me, oh God, nothing really. Make
1 week, 5 bills.
me never get. I didn't get a lot of tips. Rarely. I really get tips. I don't know if it was a place. I think it's a place where you're in. Because to me, the small inns, they have, I think the guest that stays at the small inns or the places when really popular and stuff, I think they make more tips that way. Somebody say watch card competition. Ooh. At what me can get food stamps and discount card. Shamar, you know that when a lady that was a supervisor for one of the properties where we worked, she got the forms, you know, for us to fill out to get food stamps, you know. Yeah, she got the forms and she thought we were Spanish because she couldn't understand our language. She thought we were Spanish, so she get the Spanish form. Can't give it. But I think so. And she even brought up something that we could get like I don't know, some medical, some insurance, something. Guys, remember to like the live, okay? And share it. Please and thank you. Taja, somebody is asking what Jamaican documents should we take with them to the US. So you can take your birth paper. I normally just travel with it in my purse. You can take, let me see what in this. Your vaccination card. TRN, it's not no. Well, you can carry your TRN. I don't know. Your TRN, your passport as usual. I brought my birth paper. Guys, all who not vaccinated as yet, please ensure you are vaccinated. So Jamaican documents. Normally the embassy would staple the petition printout in on your passport. Bring that with you, guys. Bring that. I hope that if the agency not take it off, if you are processed through an agency. But some persons, the embassy, no, immigration requested the petition.
They will call you.
So get a printout of it. Make the employer email a printout of it to you.
But then I have to kill themselves because I get it.
Yeah.
The employer same way.
Yeah. You won't really need much except your driver's license and passport. Everything else will be based on what you get from there, like new bank account, debit card. Yeah. Tejas, oh no, Shani, just answer that. Like Taja don't see me asking a question. What's your question, Zedan? Oh my God. Oh my God. Where is her question? Where do you apply for Social Security? What the name of the place? Let me see for me. Hold on, Zedan. I'm so sorry for ignoring you. Oh my God. Social Security Administration.
Yeah.
Not the office.
Yeah, Social Security.
Yeah, that's all. Social Security Administration, Zedan. Yeah. What is I-94? Oh guys, sometimes you see when you go to custom immigration, they give you this form. This is your I-94. I didn't get it, but you can get it online, I think. Taja answer David question. I hears him ask, oh my god, where's David? Do you know about the Q1 visa which lasts 15 months? No, David, I'm not sure about the Q1 visa. I'm so sorry. That's true, Jill. Birth paper has the same info as the passport. But just in case, not saying, God forbid, some with the passport, you have a birth paper. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but at least you can identify, say, it born. Tasia, like, if you go give your spouse the cheer. We're not talking about what to bring to the US, and I don't even get a job yet. That's why you must on your guard now, jump car, and apply. Make sure you apply. Apply. Okay. It better be to be prepared, yes. Because, you know, persons are excited. And remember, our faith we work by, you know, remember, a God we say, you know. So, it's not, we pray for what we want and we receive it in Jesus' name. So, we know that, okay, yes, this is what we're working towards and we have faith that it will be done. So, anyone lacking faith right now, go and read Hebrews 11 and you should be good, okay? Did you fill out the H-2B visa application by yourself, Said? No, Said. Even though my employer didn't go through an agency, they had a recruiter in Mexico that they worked with. So he just took my information and he filled out the form, but he entered my email and yeah. But it's easy. A lot of persons did it by themselves. Yes, the employer schedule dates for the SSN, or so I think they're doing. I'm not sure if they're doing walk-ins now or what the case is. Employer will arrange that for you usually within the first week. Yes, guys, but sometimes you have to take the initiative, you know, and boom, bam, bam. Okay. Guys, when you can't speak English in the comments, remember that I have different viewers. I have some persons from Africa. I have some persons from Mexico. I have a lot of different persons and different nationalities joining. So guys, please to put on the voice in your texting and ensure that it's understandable by or different viewers with the different nationalities. Okay? I don't even remember where my birth paper is. Shireen, you deserve two. My mother have one. I may keep one right here in my purse. My mother should not let go the other one, I guess. Because I don't know them feel like them always have to have a birth paper. Remember you see me? And then go on their mattress feet. Every mother store the birth important documents. And COVID test, it was required for me.
But no, it is not.
But I don't think it is required now. But who to tell? Because remember, COVID, the cases are go up now. So I think they came back with that rule. Remember to buy a padlock for your because some of the roommates very inquisitive. I had some good roommates, so I cannot relate to that.
They're cool.
Shamar. Me not do it with Shamar tonight, you know. Me not do it with Shamar tonight. Alright. Hold on. And don't carry any man or woman into your room if you and the room are not friends, because they will send you home. Oh wow. Persons have been doing that. Devontae, I move fast to a marriage you want already. Now entertain them the argument there. Them the argument they keep them to myself.
No, you can bring female.
You can't. It just depends. Your employer
depends
really
if
have
the
no problem
employer
with that.
alright,
Well, it
yeah.
depends because if you have a housing separate, remember they house some persons in the hotels, you know.
Yeah.
So it depends.
Because remember when you come over and the problem.
So we're going to need the vaccination card when applying for the visa, or it's only needed when going through the airport. Your employer will ask you, are you vaccinated? You don't want to lie. Okay, so if you are not vaccinated as yet, please to go ahead and do so now. Okay, just get yourself prepared. You can't wait until you land a job to say, okay, that's when I'm going to get vaccinated. Remember, if you're working by faith, then you're not gonna wait until you get a job. That means you're doubting it to say, okay, if you're not get it, you're not vaccinate. So ensure that you have your vaccine. You can imagine it only now close the comment section. Guys, be careful what you're commenting, please. And thank you. Okay, and don't set up on yourself for do.
I make them know say a vaccine card of 14 days before you come.
Yes, and the vaccine card, remember, it has to be, considered fully vaccinated until 14 days after. Okay, so bear that in mind. Can someone help with my $30,000 shoes I need it for? Kenil, are you mad? What a thing all we get through and flying together. Bear laughing. I know if you extend up to the 3 years, you have to come home for 3 months before you can go back. But what if you come home before the 3 years? Do you still have to spend 3 months? No, I think it's 2 weeks you have to spend in a home country when you don't do the 3 years. Okay. Don't quote me on that, but I think so.
2 weeks.
Guys, can you guys please to speak standard English in the comment section, because remember, my Africans and my Mexicans and my all of those cans. Okay, thank you. So that maybe the Spanish people, them when they want to translate, it makes sense. Thank you. So that means we can come home after summer and still go back up for winter. It depends, because if the contract, remember, winter is what, October 1st. So if your contract ends October 31st or November, you can unless you go April 1st to October. You come home October, you try again for summer April, if you get what I mean.
Alright, can try to return in February.
No, me not look on Kenny comment, boy, you want help for buy shoes.
Nobody can try to return in February.
Yeah, well, it depends on if they going to release additional visas. Remember, just through them release it earlier this time. So so guys, any more questions? The West we worketh overtime. So Shamar, the West can worketh overtime if thou it employer alloweth it. But not just extend, why come back and go back for winter? Well, it depends, because guys, remember, some people have families and all of that. Okay, so some persons, it's okay, it's all up to what any one person want to do. So if you want to come back home, you can come back home and try again next year. Or if you want to extend, you can extend. Okay, so it all depends on, that's a personal thing for each person. How many of you shared a room? So JL, I had my own room up until the full time, but it's 3-bedroom that placed us in. But now for winter, that my employer, it's 2 to our room. So it's 6 persons in the house and 2 to our room. But luckily for us, when we just got there, it was just us in each room. But the girl who had the master bedroom, she ended up having to share with one of the persons from Mildred from Dominican. What date does the winter season end? It ends March 31st. How long do you have to work with an employer before you can transfer? I am not sure, to be honest. I am not sure. As long as it's reason enough, because remember, the employer you're transferring to would have to have reason. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. Well, someone said 3 months before the season. Oh, oh, no. How soon can you start applying for the winter season? So, 3 months before the season, someone say. If I got the Johnson & Johnson, do I have to get the booster? If you're taking the vaccine now, based on what I've heard, you'd have to get the booster. But if you had the Johnson & Johnson before, then no. It's not required. Yummy opens from February 4th. Yes, Yummy's open up their applications, guys, for persons who want to try for winter. Yummy Jobs is opening up their application for winter in February coming. Can someone go on the program this summer and extend through the winter season if passport expires August 2024? Yeah, because you can because remember that if you're going this summer, that's April, I mean 2023, and remember it would be March 31st next year, winter season finish. So as long as you're going to be home before that passport expires, you're good. So guys, 81 minutes. So guys, you have any more questions? Oh, so someone said that Johnson & Johnson is still one shot. She called her clinic and the nurse told her the booster is recommended but not mandatory. Yes, Yummy application is closed for summer, but persons who want to try for winter, they will open up that application in February. So Yummy is recruiting early, okay? So that's why you see they're closed off for now, because some persons who applied in October last year and didn't get through, they're taking those persons. What is the maximum number of persons to a room? I've heard 4. I don't know if there's more than 4, but if I remember I did an interview with an employer and they said it's a quad room style. So I guess the bunk beds, and you'd have 2 bunk beds, and it's 4. And sometimes it depends on the square footage of the room. Yes, guys, please to ensure you are liking the live. My passport has a slight tear at the corner on the first page. Do I still have to change it? I would suggest changing it, yes.
As long as not like critical information, not tear off, again.
Is there a link for Yummy or maybe an Instagram page? Just go on the web, Google and type in Yummy Jobs. How long can you do an extension for before you have to return home? You are allowed to extend in the stay in the US on an H-2B visa up to 3 years, okay? So you can calculate that depending on how long the contract is for you. Alina, we're good. Somebody said she doesn't have to change a passport if it's just a slight tear. As long as you can see the information. Where do you like the live? Somebody tell her where to like the live.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Good morning.
Go on, go your business.
Come.
Look like a man, you know. Where do you like the live? Let me see. So when you come off the comment section, see there. So when you come out, it would be here, and you like it. What if the passport have dog ears? I think that's fine. Oh my god.
Okay. Good morning.
Go and sit down. So I'm trying to, somebody said to straighten the dog ears. I'm trying to figure out what else I missed, or if there's anything else that I wanted to say. So just do your best and try to apply, guys. You're applying from now. Can you explain the extension process when I go now? If someone applying for a B1, B2 visa and applying for H-2B, is there any problem? I would say, Kenil, if you have not gone for your B1 or B2 visa interview, keep that and transfer it to H-2B, okay? Because just try the H-2B, because you rarely see anyone get denied an H-2B visa. So you can do that. You can just don't go in for your interview and transfer that money that you paid for the B1, B2 to H-2B. Can you explain the extension process when I go now? Can I apply for the extension and not come back, or can I stay and do it? Remember, you would stay and do the extension, you know, like 3 months prior before your contract. You can start looking your extension job. Remember, you wouldn't come home when doing an extension, you know, you would still be in the States.
But make sure the extension start date can.
Yeah, the extension can't start date. It should not extend. Vanessa, I don't understand what you're saying no to. Type it, please. And the extension is 3 years after the day of your extension begins. I don't understand that. When would you say we should stop applying for summer season, or should we apply right through? You just don't stop applying until you get a job. But if you see coming down to like March and stuff and the cap already reached, a lot of employers will be telling you, you know, that they they are going to be telling you guys that the cap is reached and they're full and all of that. But you can still get an employer, okay? You may find an employer that that's recruiting in those times. It just depends. But I wouldn't advise anyone to wait until then. Start applying from now so that your chances of getting a job is greater. Do you know of any company hiring H-2B workers for the summer? Tharcia, I'm not sure if you are a subscriber or if you have been following the channel, but you can go on the randomization list or check out the videos I have on my channel, and it shows you the steps how to apply. Will it be easier to get a visiting visa after having an H-2B visa? I am not sure about that. I am not embassy, so I cannot tell you that. Sorry. They can't change visa. Okay, well, sorry guys, I'm not sure about the visiting visa. You'd have to speak to an agency for them to advise you, Kenil. I'm not sure about that. Yes, a transfer is possible, but it all depends. So guys, just ensure you are applying. Ensure that you watch the videos. Ensure that you have subscribed, and all that you need to know. If there is any videos that you guys want me to do, you can let me know as well. You have to know how to cook American food to be a cook. I don't even know how to answer that. Hi Babette. Ashay, if you're a cook, then certified or have experience, then you know you would know everything about a cook that you should know. I don't understand as it relates to American food and all of that. It really depends. For the age, for H-2B workers, there's not an age limit, but it's like 18 to maybe 50, 55, 56, depending. Okay. Is there any videos that you guys would like me to would do? Share something we should be on the lookout for once we reach pertaining to the housing or dorms. So as I mentioned before, just be willing to adjust yourself in certain situations and be open and be what should I say, learn how to live with people, learn how to coexist with people. Maybe you are placed in a room with different persons with different nationalities and stuff, so you want to know how to get along with the different persons. Okay, so ensure that you are, you know, you can adjust easily to different environments and all of that, and ensure that you are being fair, and ensure that you know you have manners and respect. If you have gotten a J1 social security number, is it the same? Yes, yeah, it's the same. You only allowed one social SSN, right? Unless that one damage and you get an next one, I think.
Unless your status change, I think.
Yes, SSN is like your TRN. It's one SSN for a lifetime. I'm not Social Security Administration. I don't know for sure. I think so. Most places require certified people, but generally, yes, for a cook, you can apply, especially if it says zero experience and you are trainable. Yeah, because I mean, they would train you to their liking, right? So they would train you how they want you to, and there would be recipes you would follow. If you need to know how to cook American food as a cook.
No.
No.
But it's better if you have the knowledge.
If your status change, you will still have the same number. It's
No,
one number for a lifetime.
Mommy?
Yeah, come on.
Close the door. So guys, the question them kind of doubt. So is that all from everyone? This is why you should keep your, yes guys, keep your social security secure. Don't share your social security number with, you know, your friend, your family, all of that. Okay. And also guys, when your visa is approved, we're not saying if around here, when your visa is approved, don't share your visa number, or don't send a picture and send go get Tom, Dick, Harry, the dog, the goat, and the lizard. Okay? Because people cannot be trusted and all of that. So you don't want anybody to report you, because once they have the visa number, they can report you. I think so, right? So keep that to yourself, guys. You don't want to share that with anybody. And the live with a prayer for us to get through. Can you pray for yourself? One to you. True. So guys, I thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this live. I will post a copy, so anybody want to ask the questions, don't inbox me if the question is here. Okay? If you don't join the live, you can come back here and watch it. Remember, not everyone is a Christian. Don't want to offend anyone. That is definitely true. So I never let anyone ask for your full SSN, only provide them with the last four. Yes. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Camelia. So thank you for joining, guys. I appreciate the support. Continue to watch the videos, share the channel, you know, anywhere you want to share it, and tell persons about the channel so that they can come. You know, if you have someone where you know might apply for H-2B jobs and all of that, you might not want to like you don't have the time to give them the one-on-one, but share the channel with them and let them come and get the information for themselves. So guys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone. If your employer asks for your passport, yes, that is fine. So guys, any more questions, you can I'm going to post a copy of this live, so you can comment down below. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and look out for more videos, because I will be showing some proof, you know, of responses persons have been getting from employers. So stay tuned, and yes, bye bye.